Okay, let's talk Wi-Fi. Is yours less of a reliable utility and more of a guessing game? If that sounds familiar, you are definitely in the right place. We're about to dive deep into mesh Wi-Fi systems and figure out how to finally, for good, solve those awful connection problems. You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? You're in the middle of a super important video call, and boom, your face is frozen on screen. Or maybe you're all set for movie night, and instead of the opening credits, you just get that spinning wheel of death. Yup, those are the telltale signs of a Wi-Fi network that is just not cutting it.
So what's really going on here? Well, the main culprit is almost always what we call dead zones. You know, those spots in your house where the Wi-Fi signal just seems to give up and die. A single router, bless its heart, it tries its best. But walls, floors, even your microwave, they're its mortal enemies. It's a super common problem, but the good news is there is a modern solution that completely changes the game.
And that solution, the hero of our story today, is mesh Wi-Fi. The best way to think about it is this. Instead of one router trying to do all the heavy lifting, a mesh system is like a whole team of routers all spread out through your home, working together to give you amazing coverage everywhere. The secret sauce here is teamwork. It's like a relay race for your internet. One node passes the signal to the next, which passes it to the next, making sure there are absolutely no gaps. And the best part for you? It's all one network. One name, one password. You can walk from the basement to the attic without ever dropping the connection. It's seamless. And you might be thinking, this sounds complicated to set up, but it's actually really easy. The main hub plugs right into your modem. Then you just scatter the other little satellite nodes around your house, especially in those old dead zones. They find each other automatically and create that single awesome network. Sounds perfect, right? Well, mostly. And this brings us to the real reason we're talking about all this. Because while mesh Wi-Fi is incredible, there's a hidden catch, a compatibility trap that a lot of people fall into, and you need to know about it before you spend a single dollar. So here's the dilemma. The promise is this beautiful, perfect Wi-Fi bubble over your entire home. But the reality? Most of these systems are what we call walled gardens. They're closed ecosystems. That means you can't just buy a node from one brand and expect it to work with a system from another brand. It just won't happen. You're locked in. Don't just take my word for it. Look at the data. This chart lays it all out. See that column, cross-brand compatible? It's just a sea of no. And look closer. Even within the same brand, like TP-Link Deco, you can't always mix and match different models. This right here is the trap you have to be smart enough to avoid. Okay, so knowing all that, how in the world do you choose the right system? Well, it's not about finding the one with the biggest numbers on the box. It's about finding the one that fits your needs. So let's break this down into a few common types of users. First up, we have the person who just wants their Wi-Fi to work. That's it. No complicated menus, no tinkering with settings. They want to plug it in, set it up on their phone in 5 minutes, and never think about it again. If that sounds like you, you're a simple and seamless seeker. For this type of user, systems from TP-Link, Deco, Amazon's Eero, and Google Nest Wi-Fi are fantastic options. They are famous for being incredibly easy to set up and just working. Now, the trade-off is that they are totally closed systems. You get very few advanced options. It's simplicity over everything else. All right, next up is the flexible customizer. This is someone who wants a bit more control. They like the idea of being able to expand or upgrade their network over time, maybe adding a more powerful router later on, as long as it's all from the same family of products. For this person, ASUS's AiMesh system is pretty much king, and here's why. It lets you mix and match a huge range of ASUS routers to build your network. You can use an older model as a node or buy a brand new one to be your main hub. It gives you amazing flexibility, but, and this is a big but, you have to stay within that ASUS AiMesh ecosystem. And finally, we get to the prosumer, or the power user. This is the tech enthusiast, the home lab creator, the small business owner who needs total granular control over every aspect of their network and demands pro-level performance. If you fall into this camp, you're not looking at stuff you'd find at a big box store. You're looking at professional-grade equipment, like Ubiquiti UniFi. Now, this is not a simple plug-and-play system. It gives you incredible control and the ability to scale up, but it takes more technical skill to set up. It's usually managed by a separate piece of software or hardware, a controller, which is basically the central brain of the entire network. Okay, we've talked about the problem, the solution, that tricky compatibility trap, and the different options for different people. But before we go, I want to leave you with the one single most important piece of advice you will hear about this entire topic. Please read this and take it to heart. This is so important. Don't just assume a router works with mesh because it's the right brand. You have to check the specific model number. And even then, you have to make sure its software or firmware is up to date. Sometimes that mesh capability is literally turned off until you install the latest update. Doing this one little check can save you so much time and money. So, choosing a mesh system is way more than just killing off a few dead zones. You're really laying the digital foundation for your home for years to come. By understanding that compatibility trap and by honestly matching a system to what you actually need, you're deciding just how connected and how frustration-free your future is going to be.